Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new speed build in The Sims 4. We are back in the game and we are building a beautiful hobbit home, as you read from the title, as you saw from this thumbnail. This is what we're doing today, and the reason behind this build is I asked on Twitter what you guys wanted to see, and I got a couple of responses. The first one was no wall build challenge, and I'm gonna do that as soon as I can, and a hobbit home, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. We're doing a hobbit home. Before everything starts, if you want to give me more suggestions for builds that you want me to see, try and make, you can write me on Twitter. My Twitter is down below. You can contact me on Instagram. You can, I don't know, use Facebook as well. All my links are in the description, so you can just check that out and tell me what kind of build would you like to see in the future. But also, I am recording these videos that you're gonna see in these couple of days in advance. The reason is I'm going to go to Amsterdam for 4 days, starting on the 8th and coming back on the 12th. And yeah, I'm gonna have fun with my friends. We're gonna go there and visit the city. Hopefully I can, and I really want to do some vlogging, and that was gonna be up on my second channel, BroKF. The link is in the description as well. So let's talk a little bit about the build. First thing first, I wanted to do like a very hobbit house, so I thought about doing something in the ground kind of, so that's the reason behind all like the terrain editing that you saw. And pretty small, it's pretty small, but it really makes sense. And another thing, it's very natural, very woods, and very earth tones and stuff like that. So a thing that I want to talk about this video is that the representation that I wanted for the house, with the bed being up there. But being a double bed, it cannot work floating. It only works with single beds, if I'm not mistaken. So it actually doesn't work like this, which is pretty sad. So the version that it's on the gallery that you can download right now at Simmuz, like here on YouTube on the gallery, you can download it, but it's gonna be different. It's the bed is gonna be on the ground, and the stuff that it's under the bed in this video, it's not gonna be there. So that just be aware of that. Otherwise the bed would not work. You can still, I guess you can still use this version of the house. You just have to put the stuff back underneath, and it would still work because your sim still has a place to sleep, because there is also a sofa that we're gonna put in. So that's totally fun and fresh and cool. But let's talk a little bit about the space. So this space is the kitchen / dining area. So we have this nice table, and again, all the object except maybe for the kitchen. Maybe the kitchen is the most modern or like factored looking one. All the other objects in the house look very handmade or very old, that you can find somewhere. Like this sink is very old looking and very like it's handmade. The table and the chairs too. So that's the idea, the feel that I wanted to give it to this house. But I think probably like the best part of this build is not the interior of the house, but it's definitely the outside. The outside is so cool, and I really like how it turns out. We are in Brindle Bay, but you can put, of course, this build whenever you want. I would suggest Brindle Bay, or maybe the secret word that it's in Granite Falls as well, that will work. Maybe even Salvadorada, but I don't know, it's not really Salvadorada to me. It's more like either Brindle Bay, maybe Windenburg in like the country area, or yeah, or Granite Falls. Those are my options in my mind. But of course, you can put it in San Myshuno for Roycar. Sorry. Anyway, you guys should let me know also in the comments down below if you like this build. I love it, and I think the result is very cool. We have a lot of screenshots coming up at the end of the video, and it is a shorter video because it's a smaller build. So yeah. And as I said already, you can, let me know in the comments as well what kind of build you want me to see try and make. I think I'm gonna do the no wall build challenge soon, as soon as I can. But yeah, you guys can let me know. I don't know what you guys would want to see. Maybe like I don't know. You let me know. You let me know. Let's talk a little bit about the what I'm doing again. I was looking for some stuff to do outside. Okay, right now we're working on the bathroom. I'm gonna change this bookcase in a second because that was going too much out. And sorry for the camera movements. It's in such a small build, sunken into the ground. The camera tends to move a lot, so it's a little bit jarring, and yeah, as you can see right now, it's a little bit all over the place because it's such a small build. It would work better if it was a bigger build, but it still works. And we have a nice fireplace inside the house. Be careful not to burn anything down, but you know, it's The Sims. You're gonna burn everything down anyway. So yeah, right now I'm changing out this bookcase because it was poking outside, and moving some flower pots around. A lot of plants in this build, which I mean, for me it makes a lot of sense to have a lot of plants inside this build because it's a hobbit house, so being small, full of flowers and plants, so he has to take care of the plants, he or she, they have to take care of the plants. There are some pots for plants outside. There is like the flower arranging table station, there is a painting station, whatever you guys would like to do. It really depends on how you would like to play with this build. Also, it's not a very like expensive build. I think it's like 20,000 simoleons, which is a little bit more than what you get with one sim. With one sims, I think you get 18,500. I'm not sure. I think it is 18,500. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I was just thinking about it. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Putting a lot of decoration in, a lot of clutter, making it look like it's very lived in, which is kind of a point of this build as well. And adding this nice table here, it's not really a table, it's a side table, with a lot of plants, as I said, filling it up with plants so it looks nice and luscious. So, I'm very pleased with the inside. It looks pretty cool, but the outside is really where it's at. Oh yeah, adding some cracks, adding some dirt here and there because it will make sense. It's a little of a older build, so some mold where the furniture is makes sense. Some cracks here and there makes sense. You know, all usual stuff. And this brick is probably like the actual structure of the house, while the wood that you see is what I'm thinking in my mind. The wood outside and the inside is like cover up for the bricks. Yeah, as I said, again, moving this because it was poking as well, but adding some decorations as I said. And I'm using like a couple of these tents. One is usable, so this one that you see me place is usable. And the other two are not, because they're from the Get Famous expansion pack, so they are like stage 10th. Oh my god, I cannot speak. But yeah, the look is there, so there is like, you know, a side place where if it was in a forest, people would, you know, camp without knowing that the Hobbit house is like right there near them. That was my idea behind it, adding a lot of vines on the house to make it blend in a little bit more. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of builds, a lot of plants coming into this build right now. So right now I'm using some terrain paint to give a little bit more texture to the hills that are in this lot. And yeah, right now we are starting with flowers and plants. This takes basically the rest of the video, adding a lot of flowers, a lot of the grass, a couple of rocks as well in this place because I wanted to, hide a little bit the place where the terrain meets the roof of the house. But yeah, a lot of moving up grass, which took a long time. And also I had to, make sure it didn't go in and everything is a little bit all over the place. I'm taking out this tree afterwards, so it's not gonna stay there. Don't worry if you don't like it. Don't, yeah. This grass from the Jungle Adventure expansion pack is definitely the way to go. It was big, it's high, so even if you don't move it up as much, it covers a lot of ground. So I use that a lot, and you know, mixing it in with the base game pack. With flowers, you know, they work well together still, even though when it's for the jungle, they still look very good together. And it gives a very nice look. So, yeah, you can see more or less what the final result is gonna be. Adding a lot of plants. And before taking the screenshots, I actually had to make sure, first thing first, I made sure that everything worked in the house, and everything does, except for the bed that I had to move, as I already said. But I also had to make sure that all these plants weren't in the walls and poking through, because that wouldn't look great from the inside. So I had to, you know, change a little bit of things around, adding a lot of flowers. Yeah, it's probably not the greatest build in winter. I haven't even checked it in winter, so I don't know how it looks like. I think the plants stay more or less the same. The grass should be more or less the same. It's probably gonna change color, I guess. But the flowers, I don't know how they work. So I don't know if the flowers, when it's winter or autumn, they do change or not. So I don't know how it looks in other seasons. I only know how it looks in, you know, build mode. So yeah, that would be something cool to see. I also added a pea bush, whatever you want to call it, right there, so you can, you know, sleep or pee in that bush as well, that in the house. If you would like to. I don't know why you would. You have perfect functioning bathroom and the bed and the couch, so probably wouldn't need that ever, but still, it's there. Yeah, adding a little bit more shrubs and small plants before going in with the trees. Right now we're going in with the trees. I'm trying to choose trees that are in the environment around us here. So a lot of birches, very European trees. Yeah, that was the idea behind it. A little small tree in front of that, and now I'm choosing the traits. I have Breezing Breeze, Creepy Crawlies, which makes sense. It's in you know, in the forest and fertile ground. So we are now into the screenshots. This is the house from the outside. Look at it. Look how it fits in with the word. I really like this build. I think it's very cool. The house is kind of hidden, kind of not. You know it's there, but you don't. You know, that's the vibe that I wanted to get. So I really like this vision. There are also some night screenshots that I look very cool. This is the back of the house. This is probably the best part because it's very hidden. And this is from the roof. You can see a little bit of the roof, but it's covered in grass, which is pretty cool. And I think it looks very cool and nice. This is an aerial shot from the up, so you can see that. I took a lot of screenshots because I really like this build. So this is the inside, very dim light, but it's very wooden, full of greenery and flowers. It's very nice, and as I said, everything looks handmade, which works perfectly with the style. And this is the kitchen. It's lovely. I really like this build. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. You can let me know in the comments what you think about this build. You can download it on the gallery right now at Simmuz, like here, or #Simmuz. You can find it as well. You can let me know what you think also on the gallery as well. I check comments there as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and bye bye.